Pickett, and we appreciate what y'all are doing. FASC is looking really good too. In fact, there was an event today, I believe, at Pickett for the FASC networking luncheon. But I want to thank all the town employees every day, but especially the last 2 weeks, for everything you've done in the absence of our manager. Yes, sir, Mr. Edgerton.
Yes, sir. This is Ryan Vaughn. He's from Southfield.
Yes.
And the town manager and Mr. Vaughn has been working on number 300 South Broad Street. It's a retail store. It used to be the satellite place.
Yes.
What we want to do is to put in a small engine repair shop there.
Yes.
And we'll be selling and servicing lawnmowers, weed eaters, that stuff, which everything would be in the back.
Right.
No, equipment would be outside in the front.
I think
Planning commission, isn't it?
was it.
Yes, Philip and I met with him and talked to him, and he has paid for his $250 advertising fee, but Philip was going to add a definition of small engine repair because that's never been in there.
I wonder if that was in his own ordinance, so it's not, okay.
So I did leave you a message telling you that he had been hospitalized, and it might be a little longer before we can get the planning
This
commission
man has a
together.
family that needs to support, and he's
yes, sir.
not working because of that.
Yes, sir. Just to, and I don't want to belabor the obvious, the town has a zoning ordinance that we're in charge of following. And when I first heard about it, I was like, I'm not sure where you can do small engine repair in a general business zone downtown. And unfortunately, I was correct. Apparently, I was correct when I'm hearing the fact that Phillips gotten involved. What was the game plan, Madam Clerk?
He was going to do a new definition, meet with the planning commission, and then meet with council.
So what we're looking at is possibly amending some of the allowable uses in the general business zone to accommodate you. That will take some time, unfortunately. It may take a month because you have to advertise a hearing. Planning commission has to make a recommendation to us. The old expression, government grinds slow. It moves as fast as it can here in Blackstone, but it's going to be a little bit longer, I'm afraid.
Okay.
And the law and this council right now, even if this council are willing to vote, the law requires a planning commission has to have a hearing.
Well, I think what would be a little more music to their ears is the fact, is there anyone that can write this other than Philip, obviously, since he's not here with us?
Well, I can go back to what he has previously done when we rewrote, like for who were the people, the Dorans, we had to add a special, so I can go back and look at his writing and then I can.
At least get the ball rolling and let's get the process going instead of.
But I would recommend, though, that, again, this is when 8 of us, I would recommend, though, that if we're going to amend the GB zone, that small engine repair not be used as a by right, but maybe by special permit.
Yeah.
I don't think, again, that's just illegal. It's not going to add any more weight to your.
Well, I see it's got a lot of steps to go through right now, first of all, anyway, because it's got to go through the historic, isn't that ordinance there?
Yeah.
And so it's not just one hoop. That's why I said, let's just get it going so that
Right.
it's not sitting there.
Does this council wish to authorize, hey, well, let me ask this, does this council wish to authorize, or, we can't take action for the planning commission, can we? On a rezoning matter? I wish we could authorize the town, the planning commission to, we can't initiate the proposal. It has to come from the town office through the planning commission and then to us.
Well, we can instruct the town staff to proceed on.
Expedite as fast as you can.
Yeah.
All right, I think she hears that loud and clear. Thank y'all. Hey, listen, welcome to Blackstone. I'm sorry for the delay, but I know where I can just push my mower where I work because believe me, I'm good for 2 breakdowns a year on my lawnmower and otherwise.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank y'all. Welcome. I have nothing on the mayor's minute. The police report is in your packet.
I have one question.
Yes, Mr. Nash has a question.
Under
Mr. Nash has the floor.
Under Tessie's bill, we have $1,500 total for inoperative vehicles. Are we getting anywhere with inoperative? Because I get complaints daily about inoperative vehicles. So.
Yes, where we are at this point. Well, the inoperative vehicles, there's basically 2 issues that I've been working on, that comprise of that bill.
Mm-hmm.
One is taking some owners of inoperative vehicles to court, which we did last week under the old ordinance because that was more of an emergent matter, something that needed to be done right away without waiting to fix the ordinance.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, I am pleased to report the issue that we were having And what we do have, the issue with the old ordinance, which is what we're fixing, is that the old ordinance technically does not give the police department the permission to actually enter onto the property. And so, even though it says the police may remove the vehicle, so common sense says, you know, well, that means they can go on the property, but unfortunately, that's not the way the law works, as I'm sure you all are aware of, I know. So, what we are doing with the new ordinance, one of the changes we are making, of several other changes that we are making, is we are making sure that the police officers do have that permission to enter onto the property. But long story short, our venture in court was successful last week. Because the owner of the property did give permission when we were in court under my questioning to allow the town to go in and remove the vehicles, which was the ultimate objective. Number two, the progress with the inoperative vehicles. We have, in conjunction, me and, well, myself and Jennifer Daniel and also the chief have all gotten together and come up with a new ordinance that fixes a lot of the issues that the old ordinance had. One thing I am doing is, and it's my holdup, and I just want to make sure that the town is completely correct, is I have been working on an option that the town would have to where the town wouldn't have to go through the burdensome process of doing a public auction on every single vehicle that.
Our town lot would be full.
Correct. And so what I'm doing is, and I found another ordinance that does allow not having to go through the public auction part of it. And that is, I believe, Prince William County. And so I'm adapting that so that the town of Blackstone can adopt that. The only thing that makes me hesitant is a lot of other towns and counties, pretty much everybody I've looked at, have the public auction option in there, and so I just want to make 100% sure that the town isn't going to get in any trouble by not having that requirement. And my research indicates that the town does not have it, and so I'm going to be turning that over, and so you all should be able to have the public hearing at the next meeting, or I guess at the next meeting once it's reviewed, or whatever process you all need to get through.
And I have stopped riding around looking at vehicles until we get the new ordinance.
There's
in
no
place.
need to, I mean, we can't do anything.
Right. There's several things informational in your packet, some more kind words about Blackstone that was in your packet. At this time, we have 2 opportunities for public comment. This is the second opportunity. Anyone here tonight with a question or comment, I will ask you to come to the podium. Anyone want to address any issue out there before we adjourn at 8:20?
Well, first ever, I think.
We don't have a need for a closed session, is that correct? Anyone have anything else to bring up before I adjourn? Hearing nothing, we'll adjourn the meeting at 8:20 p.m. Thank you all for coming tonight. See you adjourned.
I will not be